Okay. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Thank God it's Tuesday. Today is the 8th day of December 2020. Tuesday, December 8th. God is good, like you already know on my channel, on my podcast. I always keep it positive. I always talk about inspirational things. Even if I'm talking about even if it's something that has happened in the past, I bring, a positive spin to it based on mindset, how you use your mind, how you use your thoughts, feelings, and emotions. So one of the biggest things, my mantra is that our thoughts control our feelings control our actions, and our actions produces the results that we get in life. Last Thursday, I played an episode from one of my talk shows that I did in the past. And while I was watching this thing, I saw the growth in my thinking, in the way I think, and in the way I analyze things now. I see things differently from how I used to see it then. I saw where my energy was channeled to us in that podcast. It was a show. I think we talked about cooking of well, this topic of last Thursday's episode was we are what we eat, and it was pretty much playing a talk show that I did in the past. I think in 2016. So while I was watching it, I really saw the growth or the change in my energy, in the way I think now. I can still give you a breakdown if you have any specific question or something you want to know specifically how this thinking has changed or how it's different. But before I go into today's the full episode of or the full talk for today I really want to talk about how these four things. Once these four things are in harmony, once they're in order, once they're you harmonize this energy, those four things, you can create, manifest abundantly. You can create anything and manifest anything you want. You can it just changes the things you attract to yourself and the way you see, the way your world just evolve. We are creators. We create our circumstances, our environment based on the way we think. Okay, and anyways, we'll go into this in full details. Today, there's just so much negativity in the world. You listen to the news all day long, all this talk about, the world coming to an end, the virus, how people should not congregate, or everything negative. But we should not let this kinds of talks dominate our thinking, because man is a thinking being, and we create our circumstances, our environment based on how we think, and we become what we think about. Earl Nightingale put it very well when he said in his talk, "We become what we think about. We become what we think." So what you let dominate your thought and the way you think is eventually how you produce the results that you get in life. So, but before I go into it, invite family, invite friends, invite your neighbors, invite your sisters, your brothers, your uncles to come listen to this podcast. And I'll play some music. Then I'll go into today's talk. Okay. God is good. Keep it positive. God is good. Think good, you attract good. Think positive, you attract positivity. Let's listen to this music in the meanwhile.
Roach Beats. Mercy. I could see it in your eyes. You know you want it. You know you want it. I could tell you're hypnotized by the way you're watching, the way you're talking. Feeling something, feeling something, feeling something, feeling something, feeling something, feeling something. Feeling something, feeling something, feeling something, feeling something, feeling something, feeling something.
All right. So I had to stop that music. We'll come back to that music. Good music. Music is a very good way to get into a positive emotion, a positive vibration. But I wanted to share something. This was a talk by this sage, this wise man, a wise teacher, Sadhguru. Sadhguru is a very, very I mean, this man has wisdom. You can tell from listening to Sadhguru. So I want to play an excerpt from one of his teachings. Then I will break it down and contribute my thoughts to it. And I mean, when we start thinking and when we start thinking like this and analyzing things from this point of view, it totally changes the kind of results that we get. It's just amazing. It's an amazing mindset. You know, our mind controls everything. You know, it's an amazing concept. Okay, so listen to this talk. I know the people on Instagram is gonna be. You know what I can do? I'll just hold the phone so that you can. And maybe not. You can you can listen to it. You will hear the audio. Okay, so I'll just play it because I'm playing this on Facebook and YouTube. Just listen to this. Listen to this message by this wise man, and we'll talk about it. Okay, where is Sadhguru? All right, here we go.
If you organize your mind to a certain level of organization, it in turn organizes the whole system. Your body, your emotion, your energies, everything gets organized in that direction. Once all these four dimensions of you, your physical body, your mind, your emotion, and the fundamental life energies are organized in one direction. Once you're like this, anything that you wish happens without even lifting a little finger, actually. It would help to assist it with activity. But even without doing any activity, you can still manifest what you want. If you organize these four dimensions in one direction and keep it unwavering in that direction for a certain period of time. Right now, the problem with your mind is every moment it is changing its direction. It is like you want to travel somewhere, and every 2 steps, if you keep changing your direction, the question of you reaching the destination is very remote unless it happens by chance. So, organizing our minds and in turn organizing the whole system and these four basic dimensions of who you are right now in one direction, if you do this, you are a Kalpavruksha yourself. Anything that you wish will happen. But right now, if you look at your life, everything that you have wished for till now, if it's happened, you have finished. Everything and everybody that you have desired for, if all of that lands up in your house today, could you live with that? So organizing our minds fundamentally means moving from a compulsive state of activity to a conscious state of activity. You might have heard of people for whom they asked for something and beyond all expectations it came true for them. Generally, this happens to people who are in faith.
Okay, I had to stop that right there. There's a ton of information already in this video, in this speech, right? There's a ton of information. Well, towards the last part before I stopped it, it said, if you receive everything you wanted in life right now, what would be that feeling? You know, it will be so, if you got everything you wanted in life right now, if you just landed in your house, in your garage, in your living room, you know, what would be that, you know, feeling around you? You know, the point is that life happens in sequences. It happens in stages. You know, there's a reason why you don't have everything you want in life right at this minute at the same time, because we are in a process of growth and development, and each stage takes you to the next level, to the next level, to the next level, to the next level. You know, things work in sequence because that is how man is supposed to function, you know. So do not be discouraged or let down because you don't have everything you want in life. And the reality is that once you keep your mind organized, you know, like he said in this teaching, you know, saying that once our mind lines up with our body, with our emotions, and with our energy, once those four things are in harmony, it's like amazing what you can manifest, how, you know, life just turns out, that you don't even have to do anything. And it's a skill, it's a process, it's a learning, it's discipline, it comes with practice. It's like working out, you know. You don't become, you know, strong overnight. You get stronger each time you work out. So the mind works that way, you know. Okay, let's just keep listening, and it's a very short video. It's about 10 minutes long, but it's very, very powerful.
Faith. Now, let's say you want to build a house. If you start thinking, oh, I want to build a house. To build a house, I need 50 lakhs, but I have only 50 rupees in my pocket. Not possible, not possible, not possible. The moment you say not possible, you're also saying, I don't want it. So on one level, you're creating a desire that you want something. On another level, you're saying, I don't want it. So in this conflict, it may not happen. If you want life to happen the way you want it, because right now, the very crux of your happiness and your well-being is this. If at all, if you're unhappy, the only and only reason why you're unhappy is life is not happening the way you think it should happen. That's all it is. So if life is not happening the way you think it should happen, you're unhappy. If life happens the way you think it should happen, you're happy. It's as simple as that. So if life has to happen the way you think it should happen, first of all, how you think, with how much focus you think, how much stability is there in your thought, and how much reverberance is there in the thought process will determine whether your thought will become a reality or is it just an empty thought. Or how you do not create any impediments for your thought by creating negative thought process. Is something possible or not possible? It is destroying humanity. What is possible and not possible is not your business, it's nature's business. Your business is just to strive for what you want. You are using the past experience of life as a basis for deciding whether something is possible or not possible. Or, in other words, you have decided that what has not happened till now cannot happen in your life in future. This is a disgrace to humanity and the human spirit. What has not happened till now on this planet can happen tomorrow. Human beings are capable of making it happen tomorrow. So what is possible and what is not possible is not your business. That is nature's business. Nature will decide. You just see what is it that you really want and strive for that. And if you're taught,
Okay, this is very very this is very very this is some good information where he talks about, we always look at things based on memory, because if the memory goes back to the five senses, because just for the fact that you've not experienced something based on your past does not mean that that thing cannot happen today or in the future, or you cannot happen in your life at all. When you live based on the five senses, which is how you think, your senses, sense of touch, taste, sight, hearing, and touch, and you let the past memory, govern what happens or what you choose to believe, it limits you from being free and opening up your mind to manifest and to draw things into your life. And another person that talks a lot about this kinds of stuff is Joe Dispenza. Joe Dispenza goes into full, sessions and details. So I just wanted to drop this word and this bring this to our attention, because these are things that can change the cause of what we attract in life, the way we think. If we think in terms of the past, just because something has not happened before in our lives does not mean that it cannot happen today, it cannot happen tomorrow, it cannot become a reality eventually. Because when you affirm and use the power of affirmations, and that's how you suggest or repetition. That's how affirmation is how you create that your subconscious mind, and the subconscious mind, which is the powerhouse of everything we achieve in life, goes to work based on your affirmation. So, like this, the simplest way to put this is that you hear some people every second, every minute, they always say, "I am broke, I am poor, I don't have money, I don't have this, I don't have that." See, people are so quick to talk about and affirm what they don't have. That is, you're channeling your energy towards that. Or if you channel your energy towards being sick, whenever you say "I am," that is what you actually become. That is what you attract, because "I am" is God, is the word, is the name for God. And God is love. God is power. God is peace. God is possible. So when you say "I," instead of saying "I am" anything negative, you want to keep it positive. Say "I am, strong. I am rich. I am good. I am, what does the Bible even says it? Let the weak say, "I am strong." Let the poor say, "I am rich." So saying those things and keeping your words positive is how you attract positivity and positive energy to your life. So let's go ahead and finish this teaching, and I'll recap. And I think with this kind of thinking just helps us to be in a good vibration, even though most times our senses reasoning just it goes against what you are affirming. But that is where faith comes. Faith calls those things that be not as though they are. you know and I'm not saying this to sound like a religious, using faith as a religious teacher or preacher. No, faith is about a belief in, faith and fear works the same. Fear is a belief in something that is not real. Someone said fear is false evidence appearing real. Faith is also something that you cannot see. And so instead of giving your power and your thinking, your strength to fear what is not real or what does not exist, it only exists in our imagination. So you want to give your faith to something that does not exist, but something that you want. So you always want to talk about what you want, what you want, what you want. Focus on what you want, and that's what you attract to you. So that's an amazing and empowering lifestyle.
Is created in a powerful way, without any negativity, without any negative thoughts, bringing down the intensity of the thought process, it will definitely manifest. The whole existence today, modern science is proof.
Let me just take this back just a little bit so we can get that thought.
It will definitely manifest.
No, let's take it back a little bit. Okay, here
so
we go.
What is possible and what is not possible is not your business. That is nature's business. Nature will decide. You just see what is it that you really want and strive for that. And if your thought is created in a powerful way, without any negativity, without any negative thoughts, bringing down the intensity of the thought process, it will definitely manifest.
Okay. This is powerful here. This is very powerful. Even great teachers have talked about things like this. Napoleon Hill talks about this. When you focus on how things will happen, that is fear speaking. When you should focus on what you want. The how is up to a divine being, the universe, the God of all creation. Is up to him to bring the how. The how is not supposed, when you want something, when you want a car, when you want a house, when you want money, when you want a job, when you want good friends, when you want a happy relationship, when you want peace in the family, when you want whatever it is you want, you don't focus on how it's going to happen, because that is not up to you. It's up to a higher power in you to bring this to pass. All you need to be concerned about is keep your mind on what you want. The how will work itself out based on this universal law of attraction and based on the power of the being within you that is all knowing and all powerful. The letter how, leave it to the being that is bigger than you and me. Just focus on what you want. Keep your faith on what you want, and everything will come, into full existence. That is what this teaching, what he was talking about here is. All right, let's finish this teaching.
The whole existence today, modern science is proving, is just a reverberation of energy. It is a vibration. Similarly, your thought is also a vibration. If you generate a powerful thought and let it out, it will always manifest itself. So generally, people are using faith as a means to remove the negative thought. Today, once you have become thinking human beings, your faith is not too deep, it doesn't matter how much faith you think you have, somewhere doubts always crop up. Right now, the way your minds are made, this moment, if God appears right here, you will not surrender to Him. You will want an investigation whether He is really God or not. With this kind of mind,
Wow. This is very profound and it's very real, very true. What he said now, right now, the way we think, the way our minds operate, if God appeared right in front of you now and told you, yes, you have everything you want, here's everything you want, the way our minds operate right now, we would not even believe that. Even God Himself sitting next to you is telling you that, right? But the truth is that that is how the being that created us, He wants us to have what we want, what we desire, right? And when we start doubting and not believing, that's practically what we are saying, that, we're doubting that creative power and force within us, the maker, the creator of the universe, right? When we doubt and have unbelief, you're saying that even though God is there, you're still investigating if that's the true being, that is that God telling you, that everything is going to be all right, that everything is going to be okay. So let's finish this very powerful teaching.
mind, you should not waste your time on faith, where doubts always crop up. Right now, the way your minds are made, this moment, if God appears right here, you will not surrender to Him. You will want an investigation whether He is really God or not. With this kind of mind, you should not waste your time on faith. So there is an alternative, which is commitment. If you simply commit yourself to creating what you really care for, now once again, your thought gets organized in such a way, there is no such thing as whether it's possible or not possible. There is no hurdle in your thought process. Your thought flows freely towards what you want. Once this happens, making it happen will also naturally follow. So to create what you really care for, first and foremost,
Product research is hard. How do you sort through millions of products and find
Okay, let's
one
get rid of
exception?
that. We don't need no,
Chrome extension?
we don't want no commercials.
and foremost thing is that what you want must be well manifested in your mind. That this is what I want. Is that what you really want? You must look at it, because any number of things in your life, you have thought, this is it. The moment you reach there, you realize that's not it, it's the next one and the next one and the next one. So what is it that one really wants is one thing. First of all, we must explore. Once that is clear, and we are committed to creating it, now there is a continuous process of thought in that direction. Once you can maintain a steady stream of thought without changing direction, definitely this is going to happen in your life, or it will definitely manifest as a reality in your life. So either you make this human form into a kalpavriksha, or you make it into one big mess, which is happening all over. So at every stage in our life, we tend to think, this is it. If this one thing happens, everything will be fine with my life. You reach there and you realize that's not it. And you postpone it to something else and something else. This is going on. The first and foremost thing is, you must be clear what is it that you really want. If you do not know what you want, the question of creating it doesn't arise. If you look at what you really want, what every human being wants is, he wants to live joyfully, he wants to live peacefully. In terms of his relationships, he wants it to be loving and affectionate. Or in other words, all that any human being is seeking for is pleasantness within himself, pleasantness around him. If this pleasantness, if it happens in our body, we call this health and pleasure. If it happens in our mind, we call this peace and joy. If it happens in our emotion, we call this love and compassion. If it happens in our energy, we call this blissfulness and ecstasy. This is all that a human being is looking for. Whether he is going to his office to work, he wants to make money, build a career, build a family, he sits in the bar, sits in the temple, he is still looking for the same thing. Pleasantness within, pleasantness around. If this is what we want to create, I think it's time we address it directly and commit ourselves to creating it. So you want to create yourself as a peaceful human being, joyful human being, loving human being, a pleasant human being on all levels. And do you also want a world like this? A peaceful world, a loving world, a joyful world. No, I want greenery, I want food. When we say a joyful world, that means everything that we want is happening. So this is all that you're looking for. So all that you need to do is commit yourself to creating it. To create a peaceful, joyful, and loving world, both for yourself and everybody around you. Every day in the morning, if you start your day with this simple thought in your mind, that today, wherever I go, I will create a peaceful, loving, and joyful world. If you fall down 100 times in a day, what does it matter? For a committed man, there is no such thing as failure. If you fall down 100 times, 100 lessons to be learned. If you commit yourself like this to creating what you really care for, now your mind gets organized. Once your mind gets organized, the way you think is the way you feel, your emotion will get organized. Once your thought and emotion is organized, your energies will get organized in the same direction. Once your thought, emotion, and energies are organized, your very body will get organized. Once all these four are organized in one direction, your ability to create and manifest what you want is phenomenal. You are the creator in many ways.
Excellent. All right. Well, this is the whole 10-minute talk about how to create and manifest what we want. So the highlight of this talk is that if this what the what we are all looking for in life is pleasantness and joy and peace. Okay, we're all looking for pleasantness within and around us. Every human being is looking for peace, joy, love, and pleasantness. And the way you can get this pleasantness and peace and love and joy is to be this every day. When you wake up every day, if your thoughts are like, I'm going to create a world around me that is pleasant, peaceful, joyful, and loving, that is what you will attract. So you be the thing or the world you want to see. You be that world. You create it around you. You be the thing first. You know, one other speaker said, you know, we are all, what we see in life is ourselves pushed out. What we see in everybody that we interact with or that we deal with on a daily basis is ourselves pushed out. So anybody, if you think somebody is being mean, is because that's the mean version of you. If you think somebody is being loving, that's the loving version of you. If someone is being difficult, that's the difficult version of you. So you be that loving, peaceful, joyful, pleasant person. When you wake up every day, and that is your mindset, that is the world you create around you, and that's what you'll attract. That is the whole goal in life. You know, when you know what you want, okay, and you have what you want, it means you are happy, right? The reason why you're not happy now or sometimes is because you think that life is not happening the way you want. So what we want to do is focus on what we want, because that's now what we attract. And once that what we want starts manifesting, it increases our joy and happiness. But everything starts with the mindset, how you think, because you have to create that world of peace and happiness and joy and pleasantness first, because that's what you push out. When you push this out, that's what comes back to you. So this is some very, very, very powerful teachings. I just wanted to share this, drop this kinds of thoughts, today, Tuesday, the 8th of December, because life is good and God is good and things are getting better. Things will always get better, because once you affirm these things and you repeatedly affirm these things, that's what you create in your world. So in rounding up, this is how Sadhguru summarized this whole thing. It says, if this pleasantness happens within our body, we call it health and pleasure. If it happens within our mind, we call this peace and joy. If it happens within our emotion, we call this love and compassion. If it happens in our energy, we call this blissfulness and ecstasy. This is just amazing. It's an amazing way of thinking. When we organize our minds, it means we're moving from a compulsive state of activity to a conscious state of activity. And then we are responsible for everything that we see in our life. We are responsible for what we create. We're responsible for what we attract. We're responsible for everything, because we are the creators. We create everything in our life. Everything you have today, everything that comes to you, everything you experience, you are constantly creating it. Earl Nightingale said it in another way. He said, every human being, is man. Let me get this right. It says, let's get this right. He said, every man is the creator of his world, but only the successful ones will admit it. Only the successful ones will admit that they are really the maker of their own world, they created everything in their lives. So, but we are constantly the ones creating everything in our lives. And once we take responsibility for this, that is maturity, that is growth, that is a big, big, big growth in thinking, in life, in manifesting, in becoming this evolved, peaceful, loving person that we should strive for. Okay. All right. So this is my talk tonight. So create the world you want by being the thing you want to see. Every morning, have your mind set on creating an environment of love, peace, joy, and pleasantness. And once we do that, that's what you attract. All right. Thank you very much for being a part of this podcast, for listening to this talk tonight. My name is Ike Steele. Ike Onoha. God is good. All right. This is the Mind of Steel tonight. Things are getting better. Let's not focus on all the false narratives about things getting worse with this virus. With every day, there's just negative. Let's not focus on that. Keep your mind positive. Keep it on, on the positive. What about the people that are getting well? What about the people that are not getting sick? What about, keep your mind on good things. I think the Bible also says, let your thoughts be good. Think on everything that is good and that is what your energy should be dependent on. Focus on the things that are good and pleasing and noble and worthy. All right. Thank you very much. This is Ike, and this is the Mind of Steel. God is good. God is good. Let's listen to some music as we sign out.
You can't hide it, you can't hide it, don't try to deny it. You can't hide it, you can't hide it, don't try to deny it. You can't fight the force, you get it by force. Falling to the top, not gonna stop. Feeling something, 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 feeling something. I'm feeling, I'm feeling, I'm feeling, I'm feeling, I'm feeling.